Game-Blouses here. This is one of my first recordings, and this will be for the game Reign of Kings. For those of you who aren't familiar, Reign of Kings is a new game that's come out, and it's basically a cross between the fighting of chivalry, the resource gathering and building of Minecraft, and Rust. And right now it's in alpha, and you can pick it up for I think 20 bucks on Steam, and it's pretty fun. A group of friends and I got together and got a server. It's called NA Community 1. It's the letters NA space community and then the number 1. And so we've been playing a lot, and I have admin, so I'm flying up in the air. But I wanted to show you off just a castle that I was able to build. So for those of you familiar with the game, there's the king's area, and below on this gigantic mountain is the fortress known as the mountain. So let me just turn off fly here and run up the front. Now on the server we have discouraged KOSing. We encourage people to have very fair sieges, not sieges at night while the other people are asleep. And we discourage people from housejacking, that is trusting over someone's house and stealing all of their blocks. But we're not that care bear. If people KOS you, you fight back. If people siege you, you fight back. And me and my friends, we've broken up into a bunch of different groups on the server, so we're not that powerful. And me and a handful of friends decided to become the Stonelords. And so this is our place, and we have kind of role-played as neutral. We say we're neutral, we don't want the throne, we don't crave the throne, we only want stone. And as you can see, we've had to use up a lot of it to build our base. So our banner is just the tower, and what we do is we just sit back and we let people fight, and we don't get involved. I've had people run up to me while they're being chased down by an armored person, say, help me, and I say, I'm sorry, I'm a Stonelord, I'm neutral. Unless we're directly attacked, we don't fight, or unless we're paid. So we accept contracts on people, and what we do is we charge 10,000 stone, but we say if you give us 10,000 stone, we'll reach any fortress on the server. Now this area, initially, this has gone through a couple of redesigns, but this is just our walkway. Well, first let me just back up and show you the location a little better. We actually chose to build up on this mountain for a number of reasons. It is in a perfect path to be around the resources that we're going to need most. The stone nodes, that whole road runs this way, and then up there is the iron node run. So you can do a circuit and get all the stone and all the iron on the server very easily. So it's strategic in that sense, is that it's close to those resources, but also it's in a center spot. I wonder how high I can actually go. It's in a center spot on the server, so every conceivable base, including ones on far islands, are within range of trebuchet. So we have literally the entire place in range from our base, so we don't need to take our trebs with us if we're fighting someone. And we've actually gotten to the place where if there's a significant settlement on the server, we'll range it in with our trebs, and I'll share more about that later. And okay. So anyway, here's a little walkway up. We built on a mountain, so that was a challenge, and so there's uneven ground. So this walkway, even though it doesn't look too pretty, it was just functional. We needed to have something so that we get up to our base on kind of the main floor level, which is this. Now this is our kill box. If we're getting chased by someone, we run in here and we make sure they're not glitched. If they're glitched, we just let them kill us and lose our stuff. If they're not glitched and they get in here, we shut the door on them, and then we fight them in this little kill box. Now if we kill them, we get their stuff and go inside. If we die in here, they are trapped, and then we come back in here and shoot them with bows, and then we get their stuff anyway. So this is our kill box, and as you'll see, we have a ton of iron doors all over the base to try to prevent door glitches, which is when people can just walk through your doors. So the only solution to that right now is just to have multiple doors. Some people say 3, but we have put iron doors all over everything. So this first area, this first stairway up, I actually have built 2 of these. They are 5 by 9 by 12 little staircases, and they're just short little staircases that take you up about a level of our base, and we actually have 2 of them right in a row. Now this actually has a gateway off to where you can get into our towers and fire at people below. We try to keep these pretty close to the ground because this is for people with bows and arrows and javelins. So if people are running up, or if they need to help someone out in the kill box, and then you can get into the other tower there, and then you can jump across this and get into the other 2 towers over here, and again put iron doors over everything in redundancy. And one of the reasons for this building, as you can see, I'm going to walk up, and it's basically the exact same thing. Again, just a ramp left that goes up and takes you up another level. One of the reasons for this is, if you'll notice, that's 1, 2, 3 walls that people have to tread through. So if they are attacking the front, which we have basically forced them to do, they have to tear through these walls. And then the other reason is, and this was actually kind of proved when we endured a siege, if they say they siege through and they breach this gate right here, then they're going to run up here and they realize they have another gate up here. But to hit that with the treb or another siege equipment, they're basically going to have to break the very stairs that they need to get up. So we actually had someone siege us and give up once they realized that. And then this, again, is just a kill room. This is just in case people glitch and get past you, because sometimes it happens. We can get in here and shoot them with bows. We can take out part of the roof and go up top and shoot them and kill them and take their stuff. Now I'm going to show you the right side of the base, because this base is pretty symmetrical. So we have 2 chests on each side. One of them, they're mostly just food and resources, random crafting stuff. We call these dump chests. So if you're running in, doing a lot of PvP, run in, dump stuff here, and run out. It's not really organized. But then on either side we have barracks. This is where we usually put all our bedding. That chest shouldn't actually be here. But then we have these, a vault. Now our armories are usually pretty well organized. I think these are a mess right now because people have been fighting all day. But in this chest, what we'll usually have is just a row of steel armor, some bandages, and a weapon. So that if you get killed, you spawn right here, you go, you grab everything you need, and then you're done. Up top should only be weapons and ranged weapons. I don't know why there's siege stuff in here. So we have weapons up top and armor on bottom. But again, people have been using that all day. Little cooking fire if you really need to cook some food. And the same thing is repeated on the other side, including 2 more additional chests. This is the roof access. I'm going to skip that for right now. Looks like I'm missing some torches. And then we have our furnace room, and we are missing a furnace. I don't know what the heck is up with that, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we usually have 7. I don't know where it went. Furnaces, and they're usually going pretty constantly if we're out there mining. We have 2 wells up here that just help turn charcoal into water. And then these are 4 main resource chests. We have steel ingots, everything else up here. We have built items such as blocks that we keep in here. Over here we have 1 box that's just completely for wood, and the other box is for any other crafting material, diamonds, feathers, whatever. And that usually works for us. And then downstairs, this is the bottom floor. This is our crafting station. Obviously, we have 2 more wells. We have 3 blacksmithing station. We have 2 workbenches, and I actually would want to upgrade that to 3 eventually, and then 2 Fletchers. So these are all fully upgraded. And then we have just a blank area back here, because originally this was built to house a lot more people. So this was going to be extra bunkers, bunk space, additional vaults, armory, stuff like that. And then this is additional chests. And we have the same thing on the other side. And we have all our siege equipment in there and everything else like that. And in fact, I'm just going to pull one out real quick, because we are going to go to the roof. I just grab my inventory. And this is how chest gets disorganized. So yeah, we keep our siege at the very bottom, behind locked things, for a number of reasons. I'll explain that in a little later. So from our roof, you can see we have a very good vantage point. We can hit anywhere on the server. From right here, I can actually put a ballista shot in the king's eye socket. I've actually done that a couple times. We can hit anyone, and I believe we can fit 3 to 4 trebuchets up here. We usually only limit ourselves to 2, just because we don't want someone to get a lucky shot on us. So what we will often do is have one person go out there by themselves, set a fire, put it down by our target, and throw hay in the fire, which causes a huge column of smoke. And then we align on it and start firing. And we actually have, like I said, we've ranged major settlements. So if someone out in the field is giving us harm, we tell them to cut it out, or we're going to start raining trebs on their base. And sometimes that threat works, sometimes it doesn't. We've had a couple times where we've actually had to demolish people's bases. There was one group that was being huge KOSers, and they were in the middle of the field. We destroyed that base, and they started dismantling it. They built a little farther away. We destroyed that base. They tore down all their stuff, and then we're sieging kind of a secondary base that's allied with us out there. And Morden, my friend, aced their trebuchet with one shot right when he was sighted in. So it's pretty ridiculous how far and how accurate trebs can be. And maybe I should do a whole video on that. But we basically can treb snipe the entire map from here, so we don't. I hide. I just turtle in here. I don't go out in PvP. Some of the other guys in the guild do. And we keep it, as you might notice now it's nighttime, we keep it pretty intentionally dark because you're a huge silhouette, you're a huge target, and we just don't want to be any more visible than we already are. Now I'm gonna fly out here a little bit just to show you the outside of the base. So this is the outside of the base. And why is stuff like losing light sources? Okay, it's just not letting in for some reason. So we have an outer perimeter wall that is solid reinforced wood that goes all the way around the mountain, as you can see. And the reason we did that, it was very difficult early on because it required a ton of resources pretty early to get that wall up. And the reason for that is we didn't want people to be able to scale our base too much. And so we built on this hill, and so it's actually really hard to scale it and get up because you're constantly falling down. Like right now, I'm just trying to run up it. And you can't place a block to stabilize you because we've claimed this territory. And in some places, you just can't even scale it. So we don't even necessarily need a wall there, but we put it there as a precaution. Now we've slowly upgraded over that time. Originally, it was just basic wood blocks, and now it's reinforced wood. And ultimately, we would, if the server goes that long before a wipe, we would replace it with top tier stone as is our front base. Now, so far we have been sieged twice, and both times we've been sieged significantly, we have been offline. The first siege was before we built it in its current formation, and a guy got on and spent 3 hours trebbing our base. And eventually what happened is he tore a hole in a sidewall, and one of our guys had a wood door, and wood doors can be lockpicked in this game. So once he got in, he lockpicked that door and got to our roof where we used to store our siege equipment just for ease of access, and used our own trebuchet shot to just drill a hole in our base. He put in one counterweight and then just kept firing shots. And we actually didn't lose that much. We had built a huge vault room and he didn't get into it. So I think one person lost their personal chest and he destroyed all our beds. But again, we were offline, so if we were online at all, we probably would have fought him. He only had 2 friends with him, so I'm pretty sure we would have been fine. The next time we got sieged was just a couple days ago, and you'll see there's some random patches in the roof, like right here. Someone, again, spent a couple hours sieging our base. Our whole front area had been destroyed. Our side area had a couple holes in it, but again, they did not get inside. The only thing we lost was they fired a number of treb shots just at our roof, apparently to grief us, not like they could access anything. And it knocked out the chest that had wood in it. So we've been short on wood for a little bit, but that's not a big deal. And since our front got destroyed, I rebuilt this front area with towers. Now, these towers, yeah, they serve as places to shoot out, but they are made, a lot of these are double thick, or these are double thick with a top tier stone. So anyone trying to assault the front is going to have to chew through all that stone, chew through both those staircases, hope the staircases remain intact enough, and then go through and get to the front door. And our walls, if someone just wants to try to chew through the side and chew through the front walls, they're extra thick. If someone wants to chew through the sides, again, it's very difficult to scale, and then our walls on the inside are reinforced with top tier stone, and we're increasing that level of protection as we go, just filling in more as we get more stone. So that's the mountain, that's the Stonelords Castle, that's what we've been up to for the last couple days on NA Community 1. If you want to come check us out, feel free to stop by. It's actually ZNA Community 1, but if you search for Community, NA Community, you should find us no matter what our name is. We're pretty active on admins. Eventually we might password the server. So if you want to get on and play with us, just add me on Steam. I'm Game-Blouses on Steam. Let me know your name that you're going to be playing with, and I'll shoot you the password. Anyway, everyone have fun, and I will see you next time.